Well, hello and welcome to my private practice healthcare professionals. My name is Dr. Derek Bear, and I want to welcome you back to another Marketing Insights here, sponsored by our Grow platform. Feel free to go to grro.co, that's C-O, or you can learn more about us at practiceinsidersedge.com. Today, I'm going to do a presentation that is going to be specific for you from a local marketing perspective to help you get more tips in getting you in front of your local community and prospective patients. So if you have any questions about what we're doing, because we look to help private practice healthcare professionals like myself, who's a chiropractor, like my wife, who's a physical therapist, or you've got an audiologist in one of our groups, we've got massage therapists in there, we've got medical doctors that are inside of there. So if you're looking to help your practice grow and scale, we'd love to be able to help you along that point. So let me share my screen with you here. So you can see here, we're going to talk about local marketing tips for private practice owners. So let us dig into this presentation today. All right, so here's what we're going to be covering. Increased visibility with Google Business Profile, and I hope you all have a Google Business Profile. Having a mobile-friendly website, creating a strong social media presence, leveraging those patient reviews, and then using local SEO. So the next point again here, my name is Dr. Derek Bear, and that's my lovely bride, Terry Bear. I'm a chiropractor. She's a physical therapist. We own and operate Practice Insider's Edge. You can visit us at practiceleverage-method.com too to learn about our practice leverage method to help you grow and scale your practice. We use a platform called our Grow platform that helps you with all of your marketing needs, from reactivation campaigns to blogging to newsletters to landing pages, you name it, we are here to offer it for you. So if you want any help, by all means, feel free to drop me a message. I would love to offer some help for you. So what does marketing locally really mean? So there are a few marketing strategies that can be easily adopted to your practice, and they won't require you to invest a whole lot of money, because it's important with what's happening around us that we are careful with our P's and Q's and our pennies and dollars and $100 bills. So number one, we want to increase visibility with your Google Business Profile. One of the most important local marketing strategies that we'll discuss is having an optimized Google Business Profile. It's not important to just have it. It's also more important to have it, that you have it optimized along the way. Your Google Business Profile is a free tool that is great for online local marketing. So when somebody is searching for a chiropractor in your area, a physical therapist, a massage therapist, they are going to find a Google Business Profile that pulls up. You want to make sure that yours is optimized, because this is how practices are managing their online presence on Google. And we're talking about search pages, reviews, call tracking, and Google Maps as well. So marketing locally means your audience and local community can find your practice when searching for a practice near me. Again, that could be a chiropractic practice, physical therapy practice, massage therapy, audiologist, podiatrist, you name it. That's what they're looking for. So just creating your Google Business Profile won't ensure that your practice will be visible when each user does their own performance. And the quickest way, for you to test that is sitting in your office, pull out your mobile device and say, Siri or Hey Google, find a chiropractor, a physical therapist near me. Let me cancel my Google search here as it pulled that up. So the other thing you can do is make sure that the information and are accurate and they're up to date, meaning your phone numbers, your practice name, working hours, and address. It's called your NAP, your name, address, and phone number. Your practice categories have been selected accordingly as well. In other words, just make sure that you have some categories, but make sure they are category rich to your profession. And then any other fields that you can fill in accurate information, and make sure that you're actually using the platform in a sense to actually blog. So all these details are important so that when practices are viewed as legitimate and found during potential new patient searches for your types of service online. Number two is having a mobile-friendly website. So it's no secret that the most searches and thus the most marketing practices take place mostly online. So most people use mobile devices for online navigation. According to statistics, mobile devices led to 61% of visits on US websites in 2020. And guess what? That number only increased in 2021 and is increasing in 2022 because of what we went through from the pandemic perspective. Therefore, you must have a website that is optimized for mobile devices. The importance of your website is making sure your loading time is important. Your website should load in around 3 seconds. You have 5 to 7 seconds to capture people's attention. Make sure that your text size is matching both from the mobile perspective and the desktop. If you have buttons on your site, make sure that those buttons are bigger and easier to navigate through. And if you have a menu button or menu bar on your site, make sure that the categories are easy to find for your searchers. Shortly, when you build your website response, go for responsive design. In other words, you want to adapt to any screen size, be it desktop, tablet, or mobile. And here's something to know. If you're not sure whether your web page is mobile friendly or not, Google has a mobile friendly test that can give you the answer that you want. So just search up Google mobile friendly test. You'll put in your domain into it. You'll see how it reacts and the speed in which it reacts, as well as the changing in the sizing for what it does. Number 3 would be create a strong social media presence. So having a strong social media presence is another great way to reach your local community. And it's also one of the most popular marketing strategies for practices today. Very video rich, like this, but it's still a great way to get out there. So in fact, a social media profile can expose your practice to more people and keep you closer to those already following your practice, as you can share local events, news, images, or videos, among other pieces of information that both educate and entertain along the way. So choosing the best platform for your local marketing strategy will also depend on your practice and what you want to achieve. Make sure your posts on your profile, you post on your profile regularly to build your presence and also win the trust of your current and prospective patients. You can use options like check-ins on Facebook, adding a practice location to the post, or tagging a profile that contains all of the information. And make sure you're tagging some of your patients that allow you to tag them in. That way you're kind of getting some free marketing that way. So as an example, if your practice uses Instagram as its main social media platform, adding a location to your post can help, because when people read the post, they can see where you're located, where your phone number is, if you have that in the profile, and where your address is. So make sure you give that audience a clear view of where your practice is, location on the map, and makes it easier for them to find you. So make sure to add an engaging caption to your post, and then you're all set from your marketing perspective for your practice. Number 4 is very, very important. Leverage patient reviews. Reviews are an important and probably one of the most important parts of any practice, and also a good starting point for patients to learn about who you are and reaching those target patients, especially when they have to choose between your practice and a competitor. So a review or recommendation is valuable as it shows potential patients that your practice is trustworthy and authentic. And it's also good reviews brings you higher rankings, and thus the digital word of mouth system can work wonders for your practice. And getting reviews might be as easy as one might think, but you can add a review button to your website where they can click it and be sent off to Google or be sent off to your review platform like we use for our Grow platform. Send an email and SMS text message to your patients after they've received their treatments. Make use of social media platforms to ask your patients to review a product or even your service. This oftentimes gets great engagement when they are reviewing you, your product, or your service. Take time to reply to all of your patient reviews, both positive and negative, and provide your patients with a great patient experience from start to finish, whether it's from the phone call or whether it's from you providing your service. And of course, reviews aren't always 100% positive, but even so, discarding negative feedback is not recommended. In other words, read what it was said, learn from it, try to implement those things into your practice so you don't see those happening again in the future. And these negative reviews can also help break down any problems that your services are offering, or the delivery of how it's done in the practice. So you can find a solution within those negative reviews. I don't want you to have many, but if you do have it, make sure that you have the solution there. So number 5 is use local SEO. There's one more aspect that needs to be tackled while marketing locally, and that is what's called local SEO. Local search engine optimization is a strategy that can give you practice owners more visibility on search engines such as Google. So the rules of SEO don't change that much when we're talking about local SEO, but it's more of a geographical addition to the SEO you're already doing. And if you are doing SEO, that's fantastic. If you're not, SEO takes some time to work, but local SEO can give you much quicker results. So you're not only going to focus on keywords that represent different services or topics related to your business. Local SEO will also require relevant terms for the city where your practice is located. So here's a few things that can boost your local search. Update your Google business profile often, adding images, pictures. When a staff member comes in that's new, make sure to add a picture in there. Update your NAP or your NAP, your name, address, phone number. Make sure it is text through and not just an image. Okay. Add locations to your website. You can add a Google map or use your location pages to use where they can find those locations and always ping back to your Google business profile. Share local content. You can promote local events or news to gain authority locally and boost your local searches and reach more of those patients. And then use location-based keywords to match your area and attract patients that are in and around your area. And you can use these keywords in your content, meta content, as well as the URL in your page names. So the final words on local marketing I want to share with you is a strong marketing strategy can bring your exposure and success even greater. Whether you just started in practice or you've been there for over 20 years, you will need to focus on your marketing strategy to attract new patients. Remember, your competitors are probably doing this, so you must be focusing your efforts on this too. Elements such as local SEO, Google business profile, reviews, 5-star reviews, social media marketing can help you make the best of an online advertising strategy. Also, we should not forget about the importance of your optimized website, especially from a mobile device perspective. Your local marketing strategy can then lay the foundation for a marketing strategy that can reach potential patients, or not only the local level, but also the regional level too, depending on how your practice is and what your practice goals are. So again, my name is Dr. Derek Barron. I want to thank you very much for your time today. If you ever have questions about what we are doing in our practice of helping private practice healthcare professionals, you can reach us on the websites there. You can call or text me 630-491-1444 if you do have any questions personally. But again, my name is Dr. Derek Barron. If you are a private practice healthcare professional and you're looking ways to grow your presence online from a local marketing strategy, if you want some help with that, just put in the word local below. I'll get back to you, or feel free to ping me or DM me in any of our social platforms. If you have any questions, we are here to help you find success on so many levels. Thank you again for your time. We look forward to you next week for some more marketing insights. Take care. Have a fantastic week.